Hello everyone, welcome back to Old School Tamago. Tonight, we're talking about something that warms hearts across all Japan, Oden. It's cozy, nostalgic, and humble, the kind of dish that feels like coming home after a long day. Oden is Japan's answer to comfort food, a gentle stew of ingredients simmered in a savory broth made with kelp and bonito. Autumn came late this year, but the chill is finally here, and all I want tonight is something warm and comforting. Tonight, I'm making oden, the Japanese hot pot I fell in love with back at Tsunemachi Ginza. Perfect weather, perfect timing. Each piece, whether it's a slice of daikon radish, boiled egg, konnyaku, or fish cakes, slowly absorbs the flavor of the soup. The result? A pot full of simple ingredients transformed into something deeply satisfying. Believe it or not, oden has been around for centuries. It started as grilled tofu brushed with miso, called dengaku, back in the Edo period. Over time, people began simmering ingredients instead of grilling them, and that's how oden as we know it was born. Like many Japanese dishes, oden changes depending on where you are. In Tokyo, the broth is deep and rich, flavored with soy sauce. In Kansai, it's lighter and clearer, more delicate, almost like a gentle soup. And if you travel across Japan, you'll find countless local twists. Some add seafood, others miso, and even beef tendon. It's the same dish, but each region tells its own story. It became a familiar sight at food stalls, convenience stores, izakayas, and especially at home. Oden isn't just food, it's a symbol of togetherness. It's the kind of meal people gather around, sharing stories and enjoying each other's company. While the flavors are coming together, I thought I'd share something personal. A little story about how I ended up here in Japan through the MEXT scholarship. It still feels surreal sometimes to think that a scholarship had brought me here and led me to this life I'm living in now. First time making oden at home. It was really simple, although if you look at videos later, obviously we did not have enough water for dashi in it. So I'm from the Philippines and I moved to Japan in 2019, April, and that was because I was awarded the Monbukagakusho scholarship, which is the MEXT scholarship that the Japanese government sends out to students to study here in Japan. It's free tuition for the university of choice, and then monthly allowance I received from the last note that I checked. It was 147,000 yen. That's in a month. So how did I get the scholarship? Well, my friend from Ateneo, my alma mater, where I graduated university in the Philippines, I reached out to him on Facebook because he was looking for someone who had a website, who created a website or manages a website that he could use as a case study for his SEO optimization class. And I was like, one day I messaged him like, hey, I do have a website, and I created one for our company, Jiu-Jitsu Manila at that time. Would you like to use my website, etc. And of course, we also had a little bit of catch up, and I learned that he was living in Japan at that time. I was like, oh, how did you get to Japan?
Is it via the MEXT scholarship? And then apparently yes. I also told him I was interested in moving to Japan for some time, but I could not apply for the MEXT scholarship because from what I know, you have to continue your studies in order to studies in the same field in order to be eligible to do a research or postgraduate study in Japan via the MEXT scholarship. What I had was I graduated with a course in communications technology management in the Philippines, and I also had a postgrad degree from Germany, and that was also in business. So I thought I had to continue the same field of study if I were to move to Japan. But what I was actually interested in was in sports. He said that you just have to find a way to tie up your past field of study into the future field of study or what you would like to take. And if you're able to tie that up, make a connection, then you would be able to make a good case, submit a good research proposal, and you would still be eligible for the MEXT scholarship. I was like, oh, okay. So that was April 2018. The call for applications for the MEXT scholarship had just begun, and the deadline was on May 18th. So I had about over a month to prepare everything. It was a bit tight because I realized from reading forums, a lot of the people prepare way months or even a year in advance. For some people, it would be their second or third attempt to get the MEXT scholarship, so they've had an idea, know the process, whereas I had to really begin from scratch. So what I did was definitely to do an extensive research, what I need to prioritize, what documents I need to collect, etc. And of course, I had to learn the whole process from scratch. So
the entire process took about a year, from MEXT application preparation up until the time I reached Japan. And I will be detailing the timelines and the experiences I've been through, so that somehow, some way, this could help your journey as well. In the meantime, let's enjoy our Oden dinner and stay tuned for the next episode.
I'm starving, so let's dig in. Itadakimasu. There's many different kinds. I'm gonna start from the bottom where the sauce is covered. Items. A little bit of each. I got a ball right here. I'm not sure what it is. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with these things. I just know most of it are made of fish, and it's like fish cake stuff. So I'm gonna try a little bit of each. Not sure if I am able to try everything, but and then the last thing I added was this one. It's called a hanpen, but this is a unique find because it's a cream cheese hanpen, so it has cream cheese inside. So I'm excited for that. And then my own creation. This was, so this is like fried tofu skin, and I just put an egg inside. Something different. This looks quite heavy already. And then one I put a pumpkin inside. Here. So, oh god, no, I can't fit everything. Maybe we can start with this and then try to see. I don't really drink much of the soup, so it's just like, for me, it's good for flavor. So let's dig in. I'm quite curious about this cheese hanpen. What? It's so good! Whatever this is. Well, I think I read it was like made of fish. It's so amazing with cheese and it's like a sandwich. Explodes when you eat it. Oh my god. I think I would like to eat this with rice, being a Filipino. Okay, this one's also unique. And this one. This one looks like it has mushrooms and carrots. Burdock. Definitely. So good. This one is kind of some ball. It's so soft. Very spongy. Okay. So unique. So like each has its own texture and you can enjoy them differently. And I could imagine like you'd be fighting for your favorite item if you were eating this as a family. I know this one. This one's chikwa. But this one's a yaki chikwa because it's specifically for Oden, for stew. And my own creation, the gigantic egg inside the aburage, I think. It's a tofu, fried tofu. Can't even eat through it. Okay, I'm gonna have to poke hold the egg.
Making Oden at home tonight feels symbolic somehow. A small reminder of how far I've come and how much warmth I've found here. To anyone watching from the Philippines or anywhere else, if you've ever dreamed of studying in Japan, the MEXT scholarship might just be that chance. In the next episode, I'll taste this day-old Oden and walk you through the detailed timeline and process of applying for the MEXT scholarship. Thank you for joining me tonight, for sharing this meal and a piece of my journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay hungry, and keep savoring the old school magic. This is Old School Tamago. See you in the next episode.